Why? It's an African one. Yeah.
Beats by Amazon.
Yeah, me I like it. Something so. This my African hands, them gon' love you. Yeah. My African lips, them gon' kiss you. Whoa. My African hips get down to you. Whoa. My African legs, them gon' front to you. Whether you come here to break dance, I bet you come here to shake hands.
Bonsoir. Good evening, everyone. So during this event, actually we're going to speak three languages today: French, English, and probably Wolof. Wolof is the national language in Senegal. And I hope that in the next edition, we're going to have like a prompter so that I can just sit and read. Okay, so je suis pas stressé. I'm not stressed at all. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna do first of all a quick presentation of Africanist style, and then we're gonna quickly talk about real Gaindés, what's the definition of a real Gaindé, and then gradually we're gonna have a surprise. Okay? DJ on the mix.
Why? It's an African one. Yeah.
Beats by Amazon.
Yeah, me I like it. Something so. This my African hands, them gon' love you. Yeah. My African lips, them gon' kiss you. Whoa. My African hips get down to you. Whoa. My African legs, them gon' front to you. Whether you come here to break dance, I bet you come here to shake hands. You come here to make plans. Never would it reach as motherland. Whether you come here to rock West, yo, I been out to find good, oh. Everything they yo, ever would it reach as motherland. Anywhere you go, London, USA, nowhere be like Africa, nowhere be like home. Anywhere you go, New York, Chicago, nowhere be like Africa, nowhere be like home. Biko eruya wayo, wayaka, karibu kiti, utapewa nini? Ayayaya, weruya wayo, wayaka, karibu kiti, utapewa nini?
This my African audience will love you. This my African arms, they will squeeze you. Yeah. My African ears will listen to you. My Kenyan legs will run to you. Yeah. Now come on, umekuja ku break dance. Umekuja ku get down. Umekuja ku take chance. Hakuna matata eh. Kama umekuja kulipa la eh. Kupiga dance yo. Hapo ulipo eh. Kata kiuno yo. Anywhere you go, London, USA, nowhere be like Africa, nowhere be like home. Anywhere you go, New York, Chicago, nowhere be like Africa, nowhere be like home.
Biko eruya wayo,
zamuna muna, waga waga, zamuna muna zambulewa, anawa zamuna muna, waga waga, zamuna muna zambulewa, anawa zambo, zambo, zamuna muna zambulewa, anawa zambo, zambo, zamuna muna zambulewa, anawa
Wadi, t'as oublié Paris, Marseille, Montreuil, tout ça là. C'est des villes africaines sinon, papa, quoi.
Ok. Malembe, papa. On va pas se fâcher. On va faire ça bien. Tous les gars. Maintenant, tout le monde ensemble.
zamuna muna, waga waga, zamuna muna zambulewa, anawa zamuna muna, waga waga, zamuna muna zambulewa, anawa zambo, zambo, zamuna muna zambulewa, anawa zambo, zambo, zamuna muna zambulewa, anawa
Sama gendegi maginya nyalawan mako balawenyi bibarsa. Mane betunya besi besi Afrika don penero. Ici ou d'ailleurs, nous sommes des enfants d'Afrique. Même si le ciel tombait, luttons pour la paix. Kon jamu Afrika, mon laïnyan. Mane jamu Afrika, moy suñu natange. Yomi nekk bitim réew man mi loo maa ngi lay ñaan ak loo ko mënta am ak loo ko mën ci mel bul fàtte Afrika. Afrika.
Merci, merci. This is Africa. Okay. So now I'm going to try to define quickly what the goal and the purpose of this group, of this organization. Okay. So technically, African style is trying to promote, of course, as you have seen, anything related to Africa. So we can talking about the resources. So of course, we have material, products, items, art, decoration, clothing, shoes, item for home, work, personal, professional items. Now we're talking about product items from Africa. But I said we try to promote all the resources of Africa. So we have the material, and we have also human resources. And technically, that's the main reason why you guys are here, because we have role models, we have source of inspiration, we have what we call real Gaindés in this room. So just for your information, Gaindé means lion, okay? And just like you know, the lion is the king of Mississauga. Yes. Yeah, we can say that. Okay? But let's make sure about the definition. Let me know if it is too loud. Huh? That's my first experience. So, okay. So talking about, is it better? Is it better? Yeah, better. Is it better? Okay. So talking about the definition of a lion, it depends of your how you want to see it. Because for some people, the lion is the laziest animal of the jungle. Ask me why? For some people, yeah. Because if you look at the lion, technically, he's not the one who is going to hunt, right? What he does, he just asks to his wives, lions, hey, you know what? I'm hungry. Please, go and hunt for me. For some people, the lion is the laziest animal of the jungle. But, as you know, and, okay, I don't want to j'ai pas envie d'embêter qui que ce soit, but sometimes it's typically African. Some Africans, they have a lot of wives, and they like to give orders to them, right? Is you want African here? No African in the room? One over there? Okay, fine. But we're not here to celebrate that. We're here to celebrate the majesty of the lion. We're here to talk about real Gaindés. Real Gaindés, I'm talking about, it represents all the virtues that you know. Leadership, courage, determination, respect, admiration. That's the definition of a real Gaindés. And we are blessed today because we have real Gaindés in this room. And we are here definitely to celebrate the career, their engagement, their involvement, professional, and their impact in the community. All right, so we're going to start the first award of the night. Okay. And that person is very special to me. And I think the best way to try to show you some of his accomplishments, because the list is very long, but he's the first real Gaindé of the night. And we're just going to watch a small video, which is like a small summary of some of his realization and accomplishment.
Monsieur Ajouad Djebara, s'il vous plaît, sous vos applaudissements. Congratulations. Petite photo. We want to hear you to make sure that it's going to be functional. Allô, on m'entend? Ouais? C'est bon. Allez.
Mesdames, Messieurs, first of all, Salaam alaikum. Mesdames, Messieurs, ladies and gentlemen, I'm honored to be with you tonight, and I'm humbled by your presence. I came to Canada. I was born in Senegal in 1952. I moved to Lebanon. I moved with my grandparents to Lebanon at age 8. And then I moved to Canada at age 19. I came here for education. It was at that time, I arrived, I was 19 years old, have nobody here. So the idea is, how do I exceed in a country I know nobody and I have nobody in there? The secret to success, number one, is a dream. Second is honesty, hard work, and perseverance. My first goal at that time was to make ends meet and finish my education. When I finished education, my dream changed. I wanted to be successful, to be happily married, and have a wonderful family. I got married to my wife, who I've been with her for 47 years. And many years ago, we were celebrating our 36th wedding anniversary. A young couple sitting next to us came and asked my wife what was her secret to long marriage. And she answered, "It took me 35 years to train him." My wife and I have 4 wonderful children. They all are very successful, high achievers, and they are wonderful. I have 1 son and 3 daughters. And I also have 2 grandchildren and a son-in-law. My son-in-law, my son, and my grandchildren, they can't be with us tonight because they're practicing, hoping one day they can beat Omar in a basketball game. I would like you to acknowledge my family who is sitting over here. Probably you can stand up. As to the success of the business, I was lucky enough to build a successful local business. That was the dream I started back then. However, dream changes. As we, either because of that time change, or because of the achievement, or because of health, things could change. So the question, what do you do from there on, is to change your dream. That dream is never carved in stone. So what have I done since then? Well, my dream had changed. I start to think about what else can I do. First thing is looking at the business side, and we grew from being a successful local business to grow internationally and nationally. So we currently have offices in Toronto, Ottawa, Montreal, USA, and the Middle East. The second part of also keeping with what I started to succeed in business, family, and also on a personal level was I'm at an age, I'm 67 years old. So I'm enjoying every moment of it with my wife and my family. And most important of all, I'm enjoying my grandchildren. However, also on the business side and the family side, there is a combination. I also enjoy my business family, where I had the pleasure of having many wonderful people that I work with, both locally and overseas. And I'm happy to say I see some of them here, Omar being one, Barry and Salim. So, along the way, we run into difficult times. We may have some challenges. We may have some setback. We should never, ever let those setbacks deter us from our goals and our dreams. We will always have them. What is important is to persevere and be able to achieve our goals. I had my share of the ups and downs along the way, but the one important thing is to continue the mission and achieve our goals. Also at this stage, all I haven't mentioned is the human element. We look at it not just material things. One of my goals is to help when I'm financially secured, to help other people. My mom is an orphan, and in 1995, I sponsored an orphan student in an orphanage boarding school in the honor and the name of my mother. That dream grew from 1995. Now I support 55 poor families in my village in Lebanon. What is important also, Canada is a land of opportunity. It's a wonderful place. I love Canada. I made my life here, and I know I will die here. I never forget my origin. I still go back, but what is important is to be able to recognize where we were, where we are, and how can we help where we can make a difference. So, looking back on where we are today and where we were, I made sure that I never forgot my roots, but I also love where I am. So the best part of it is to give, to make for the heart a wonderful story that I never left that place, and at the same time to continue with my dream where I live. I know if I can make it, you can all can. Anybody can make it. Again, the three basic ingredients is a dream, honesty, and hard work. I wish you success on all your dreams, and bonne chance. Thank you very much. And in closing, when I was looking at the lion pictures behind me, I used to have an afro in my old days like that. Thank you very much.
Monsieur Ajoa Djebara, s'il vous plaît, sous vos applaudissements. All yours. Voilà, monsieur. Bravo. Man, this is a real Gaindés.
là. Allez, déjà, nous t'en fait. De bon moment, je le dis, nous va faire. On devient malien, non, non, sors de mon plaque à la fin, nous la sort.
Volume, s'il te plaît, augmente un peu.
At first I was afraid, I was petrified. Kept thinking I could never live without you by my side. But then I spent so many nights thinking how you did me wrong, and I grew strong. And I learned how to get along, and now you're back from outer space. I just walked in to find you here with that bad look upon your face. I should have changed that stupid lock. I should have made you leave your key. If I'd known for just 1 second you'd be back to bother me. Call that girl, walk out the door. Just turn around now, 'cause you're not welcome anymore. When you're the one who tried to hurt me with goodbye, did you think I'd crumble? Did you think I'd lay down and die? Oh no, 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 I will survive. As long as I know how to love, I know I'll stay alive. I've got all my life to live, I've got all my love to give, and I'll survive, I'll survive. Hey. I used to cry, but now I hold my head up high. Now you see me, somebody new. I'm not that tender little person, still sweat for you. So you felt like dropping by, and you expected me to be free. Well, I'm saving all my loving for someone who's loving me. Oh no, walk out the door, just turn around now, 'cause you're not welcome anymore. Once you're the one who tried to crush me with goodbyes, did you think I'd crumble? You think I'd lay down and die?
Merci, merci. How are you? Super. Et le trophée de monsieur Boubacar Touré sera remis par un membre de sa famille, tout simplement. Donc je vais appeler 2 personnes. Je vais appeler monsieur Abdoulaye Touré, s'il vous plaît, sur la scène. He didn't know. Monsieur Abdoulaye Touré, s'il vous plaît, sur la scène. Merci bien. Et je vais appeler sa ravissante femme, Tata Liliane, s'il vous plaît. Tata Liliane, s'il vous plaît, sur scène. S'il vous plaît, oui, sous vos applaudissements, Tata Liliane. Eh oui. Et voilà. Non, 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 comme.
Cette distinction, je la dédie à mes parents qui nous ont inculqué le sens du travail bien fait. Mes remerciements vont à l'endroit de quelqu'un, ici présent, qui n'a ménagé aucun effort pour rendre mon séjour agréable en terre canadienne. Je veux citer le grand frère et l'ami, Abdoulaye Touré. S'il vous plaît. Et je vous demande d'applaudir, s'il vous plaît. Et chez nous, l'adage dit que derrière chaque grand homme se cache une grande dame. Mes vifs remerciements à son épouse, Madame Liliane Touré, qui aujourd'hui me donne envie de revenir au Canada tous les mois. Abdoulaye, Liliane, considérez ce trophée vôtre. Honorable invité, chers membres de African Style, messieurs les organisateurs, recevez mes vives salutations.
Boubacar Touré, ladies and gentlemen, merci beaucoup. Oui, it's yours now, you can keep it. So we have a very outstanding performer, a real artist, very famous in Canada, especially in Montreal, hein, monsieur? Yeah? Or more in Ontario now. We have with us Monsieur Monsieur Sadio Sissoko, s'il vous plaît, sous vos applaudissements. Sadio Sissoko. So he's going to perform and play this this traditional instrument called kora. Yeah. Take your time. I'm going to call number 4, please, and number 5 for the food. Number 7, please. Number 7.
Table number 13.
Félicitations, félicitations, Mr. Sadio. Excellent, outstanding. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, please Monsieur Sadio Sissoko. Magnifique. Bel instrument. Parfait. Je te remercie, mon frère. Attends, come. Don't run away. Bien. Okay. So, quelles sont les news? What is going on for you?
En fait, je m'appelle Sadio Sissoko et ça fait 15 ans que je vis ici. Je viens d'une famille qu'on appelle des griots. L'instrument s'appelle la kora. Kora, c'est un instrument traditionnel qui vient de l'Afrique de l'Ouest, des pays comme le Sénégal, le Mali, la Guinée, Côte d'Ivoire, tous ces pays-là, il y en a des gens qui jouent de la kora. Donc je viens d'une famille Sissoko qui joue juste la kora et des percussions. Et ça fait plaisir d'être ici, mon frère, Omar. Merci de m'avoir invité.
Ça nous fait plaisir. C'est nous qui sommes honorés.
Et je trouve que c'est une belle événement que tu as organisé. Et puis moi, je serai toujours là pour t'appuyer, pour te supporter.
Mon frère, on est ensemble. Merci beaucoup. Sadio Sissoko, s'il vous plaît. La kora, un expert. Ok. Bon appétit. Je ne vais pas vous déranger longtemps. I'm not going to disturb you. I know that you are eating. For those who want to pray, I know it's prayer time for my people. So if you want to pray, definitely we have someone who can guide you to the prayer room, and that's it. Otherwise, you can eat. I'm going to be part of those who are going to pray right now. That's the only event in life where we can stop the show, go to pray, and come back. Takbir! Allahu Akbar! Okay, bon appétit. And then, s'il te plaît. So in the meantime, we're going to present you some of the fashion shows that we did during the summer. We have a lot of festivals in Toronto. And we did a lot of fashion shows, just to promote African items. I'm talking about the clothing and especially clothing. So DJ, dès que tu es prêt, mets-nous le numéro 16, que les gens visionnent cela, et puis moi, je vais prier. Merci.
Masala teni di bema, no. Masala teni kebe, no. Masala teni di bema, no. Masala teni kebe, no. How I like this, my baby, my honey. Jarabi manide, Dia moya na fine bena. Jarabi manide, Dia moya na fine bena. Ngomini vitsira, Anga kono maruwa vitsira, Baby, mini vitsira, Anga dada dumano wa vitsira. Neto walole, kona bedara bite. Neto walo, baby, I love you. Neto walole, kona bedara bite. Neto walo, baby, I need you. je t'invite à danser avec moi. Mon amour, je t'invite à danser avec moi. Jai get another party, Jai get another fancy, na 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 na, get it, na 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 na, na 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 na. Really, I'm a don't care, my ladies. Tell my good girls, tell my ladies. Good Diana, il faut oublier les soucis et danser avec moi. J'ai ma joie de vivre. Je me figo familia. J'ai ma télé, je me figo familia. Ne t'éloigne pas de moi. Et quand la mira,
Give it up for Africa this time! Hey, get the phone number. Everybody get your phones out. Get the phone number. Make sure you go shopping. Go get some outfit. Hey, I'm already shopping. I want this one. And there's another. Hey, whoa, whatever he was wearing before this. I want that one. Whatever he was wearing before that. Those two outfits, I like it. That's me next year. I'll be wearing that. All right, give it up for African Dish once again. Get the phone number. And get the website as well, and go buy these outfits. There's the boss himself. Give it up for him one time. Hey, 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 hey. Thank you, African Dish. We appreciate you. Afro Fest, what's up?
Bon, bien mangé? How's the food? Good? Yeah, I made it. Okay, so let's go to the next real Gaindés. And I think the best way to introduce her is via a video. C'est quand tu veux? Sister Bilkis, please. Mashallah, mashallah. Salam alaikum. Salam alaikum. Salam alaikum. Congratulations. I'll give you your, oops. I should not forget your trophy. Sister Bilkis, ladies and gentlemen.
Assalamu alaikum, which means peace be upon all you. Thank you for bringing us here today, Mr. Omar. And I believe you've seen the video that can tell you everything. But I'll just give you a short story behind Gamer Foundation. Gamer is the name of my daughter, which means moon. In 2002, before I start, that I'm coming from Tanzania, and I came to Canada in 1997 with my two kids, Gamer and Mohammed. And while we were here, I got two more kids, Ahmed and Nabil. In 2002, my house got on fire, and I lost 3 children. The only survivor was Mohammed. Going back, I just want to tell you a little story why the Gamer Foundation started. When Gamer was in her elementary school, she was having her graduation, and I had to attend the graduation. And in that graduation, they decided that the children, the students, give a rose to their mother or father. So she brought me a rose. We came with it at home. When we came home, she asked me, what should I do with the rose, Ma? I said, this is a very special rose, and I'm going to go in high speed so that I'm not taking a lot of time. She said, this is a very special rose. I told her, this is a very special rose. We need to dry it. So why don't you go and put in one of the books that it can, later on dry. I didn't have idea where she put it. But when I went back to the house, and before that, the night before my kids passed away, Gamer came to me. And as a matter of fact, I was in the kitchen, and she was in the living room, and I could hear somebody crying. So I went to her and I said, what's wrong? And she says that, how come I don't speak Arabic, and how come I don't understand the Quran? Quran, for those who don't know, it's the holy book for Islam, just like you have Bible for Christians. So I told her, you don't have to cry, honey. I will take you to the neighbors and you can go there, because that's her, upon my ex-husband's side, they are related to him. I said, you'll go there and you can read Quran with them, because I had the 2 little ones. So she read the Quran that night. She came back and she said she was very happy that she read it and she was at peace. I went to work, and that's how I got the news that the house is on fire, and they came to get me. To bring the whole story short, I wanted to go back to the house, and people were telling me, no, you can't, you shouldn't go. I said, no, I need to go, because that's what will make me strong. So I went back to the house. Everything in the house was burned completely. This is the power of God that I want to explain to you guys today. That the only thing that when I went to the living room, I saw the wall unit was completely collapsed to the bottom. And then I find a little gap there. So I lift up the woods, the burned woods, and there was the holy book, our Quran. And the Quran was just intact with just smoke on it. Tonight, I bring you that Quran, which is on our table there. It doesn't finish there. I picked up the Quran, and the rest of anything to do with the religion,
with the Quran or religious books. Nothing was burned. Everything in the house was burned completely. I brought the Quran out into the garage. I hold it, and then I see a gap. And I said, what can this be? So I opened the page, I opened the Quran, and there was the red rose. And the red rose sat in the chapter which is called the smoke. Ad-Dukhan is what is it in Arabic. And where the petals sit in the chapter, the Quran, because they did die with smoke, where the chapter stays, it says, you may think that we are dead, but we are not. So that touched me. And I said, this has everything to do, because she died before she died. She was crying to read the Quran. But I never said, why me? I had faith in my religion. So then I continued, and I said, I need to stand up. I cannot sit like this. I have a son to raise, and I have a community to look after. So then I stood up, and I opened a charity organization called Gama Foundation. Gama Foundation is blessed that we could do the work in Africa and Tanzania. So far we've built well. We've built a house for disabled children, as you've seen. We have 13 orphans that we look after yearly. And now we are on our mission again, and there is somebody here that I need to recognize. We have Niagara Warehouse of Hope right on table number 6. I need you to give a big hand to my brothers and sisters from Niagara Warehouse of Hope. Because of them, we could take container to Africa filled with the goods. All that donations that you see over there, the beds, the wheelchair, whatever they could give us, they helped us, they loaded it for us, and we ship it there. We had 176 backpacks filled with school supplies that we distributed to the orphans there that you saw in the video. And inshallah, by the grace of God, our container has arrived again, and Niagara Warehouse of Hope is helping us again. These are the people who are helping Haiti, Africa, many parts of Uganda, Kenya. They are the ones who are doing all this in the back scene and helping our poor brothers and sisters in Africa. Without them, I cannot do this, and without God, I cannot do this, and without all of you here, I cannot do that. So today, I request you that they are the ones who are going to help us. I'm here today that if I can raise the money to pay for the container, which they have already got it, we haven't even paid them yet. A big hand for them, because they have trust in us. Tonight, I am requesting you that if you can pull out whatever you have for us, so that we can send this container. We are going on mission in August. Our aim is to help malnutrition children and babies who the mothers have nothing to eat, so they cannot even breastfeed the babies. So I am looking to take formulas, hospital equipments, we're taking medical equipments, and whatever Niagara Warehouse of Hope is giving us, and we are packing backpacks, we're taking toys for the children, we're doing all this. We have garage sale coming up. We're raising funds as much as I can. I will never give up, just like my brother did. He started from very small and he grew up. And one day we pray to God that Gama Foundation will be serving every part of Africa.
Assalamu alaikum. Thank you very much, sister. Thank you very much. So we, stand-up innovation. Here we go. Hey. Sister Bilkis, may Allah bless you and your whole family. Thank you.
I'd like to thank you, and of course, Africanish style. One day we will do a fashion show for you.
Thank you very much. Sister Bilkis, merci beaucoup. Bonsoir et don't forget your trophy. Ok. Bon, on va enchaîner avec la jeunesse. Okay, so we're gonna keep on going with the youth, and she's a pretty good example of what young people can accomplish, and the age doesn't really matter.
Monkey go market, you no go fit to come back. Boy, I'm at the way the mess for church, you smell am. I know they like to make plenty noise. I dey cut my
procès bi su ma ko jëloon tey dama koy gagné.
Bienvenue dans un nouveau numéro de High Tech 221. C'est toujours un plaisir pour moi de vous retrouver pour encore plus de nouveautés tech au Sénégal, en Afrique et partout dans le monde.
Macky soo leen di may téléphone bëggatuñu téléphone simple dañu bëgg téléphone bu am WhatsApp boo xamante ne nii mën nañu inscrire def seen compte Facebook di envoyer message di envoyer vidéo ak di recevoir message comme ñëpp.
Champion du monde, encore attaqué, une deuxième fois. Alors, désordre total. À toi. Voilà. Éliminé. Voilà. Deuxième.
Every day for the thief, one day for the owner. Monkey they walk, baboon come the chop. Please don't kill my vibe. The hell is justified, you can feel the vibration. Why you want to kill my vibe? If you taking my life, I go see the generation. Won't want me, go road. One day, won't want me, go road. Won't want me, go road. One day, I know they like to blow my trumpet. I know they like to blow my trumpet. I know they like to blow my trumpet.
Bravo, bravo. Ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise for Mary Bejo. Oh, pop, 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 pop. Mary.
Hi to everybody. Thank you. I don't know if I have to speak French or English because I prepare a text or a message in English, but I don't know. I feel like speaking in French, and because for me French is the best expression for the emotion. So no, I can do this because I just don't want to read. So I can read. My father told me when I was 8, You are a woman, but fight like a man to succeed. Life will not give you gift, men either, if you want to have the same status. After my first successful exam, my grown maternal grandpa took my hand and made me promise to fulfill my dreams. He told me, no dreams is too big for a queen. I told him, Grandpa, I'm not a queen. He said to me then, you are a pearl princess, but you will be a queen. You will have the duty to realize all your dreams and let no one tell you that you cannot. Nothing is impossible to a queen. Can you imagine what this world can do in a little girl's head? Fortunately, I have always been down to the earth. Otherwise, I would have really believed Queen. All of this to say that I have always been well surrounded by men and women who have always pushed me to give the best of myself. And I intend to reproduce the same thing for my son, inshallah. I have not always made the right decision in my life, but I have always given myself the means to make my dreams come true. As a child, I dreamed of posing for a photographer. I dreamed of reading a book and having it read to thousands of people to be the voice of the voiceless. And thanks to God and Umar here, because he's the one who introduced me to my publisher. I dreamed of doing TV, even if I had no idea what I was doing to do there. By the grace of Allah, I made it, and I have not yet finished, inshallah. This is a reward, but this is not my reward. This is for my grown grandpa, because a promise is a debt. But it's also for my father, who is currently sick in Dakar, Senegal, and who has always supported me against everything and everyone. So, thank you, African Style, for this real Gaindés trophy. And thanks to all those people who have believed in me and who continues to believe in me. My mother, the two men of my life, my family, my friends. Guys, I am a lion, and I will continue to roar, inshallah, to make the pride of my son and my family. So, for my dad, thank you.
Bravo, Marie-Belle Diouf. Félicitations. Mes respects. Merci beaucoup, Marie. Congratulations. Bravo. Wow. Deep, powerful, hein? Ok, parfait. D'accord. On enchaîne. Alors évidemment, on va rester dans la jeunesse. La jeunesse est jusqu'à 90 ans, so we're going to stay with the youth, so which is still 90 years old. So the next real Gaindé is a warrior. S'il te plaît.
Dofuloji pesula, dofuloji pesula, dofuloji pesula, dofuloji pesula. Hamenga yalla kiali, hamenga yalla kiali, hamenga yalla kiali. Kile pa jol dila dut dila yale, baru maniale. njaago bi nee na ma niki si xeex bi du jeex ba nga pare si ñu suñu MC jàpp si seddalal bieri ñu yàq fi xoolal ma xale bi nga àndal noo bokko si da nga jub loxo ni okushi dugal rek ngay def ok si ne nga yaay dogal ñu topp si yaa ngi may xaar booy mais naa la bett gën la tàng fii ci xol bu sedd xamoo gat fii sa xel la gedd chaque jour nga gént ne maa ngi lay yedd non mais fis da nga ñàkk jom chaque jour ci biit bi ñu def la doom chaque jour nga jébbalu teg sa om man may alcool buy faj sa góom ne nga ñoo la gën a dee ko suñu concert ci armel bi chaque jour ñu rey ak ki dekkil rap bi rap wolof du sama game mais saa yu ma playé nga mujj seeti arbitre yee dama nekk dama soxor may professeur bu la dul may sax nga toxo dofuloo ci ne pesu la mais bés bu la pese di nga xame sama loxo dofuloo ci ne pesu la dofuloo ci ne pesu la dofuloo juste le temps qu'on met à se parfaire l'art de vivre si c'était à refaire j'aimais la zik, je voulais pas me taire Malcolm X, Black Panther une enfance armée, lance-pierre au milieu des camés, les pensées claires dans cette foule, juste un solitaire si je trouve une brèche, tout de suite on me perd peut-être que je vais un peu trop au feeling je suis trop sensible à son regard, le feeling cherche la bonne mélo, cherche le milli soulever des montagnes de la taille du Kili me tape des barres depuis Arnold et Willy mon humour n'a pas de couleur, Gilly Gilly je parcours le monde, appelle-moi homme du pays l'art de vivre, yeah, je pars au feeling obligé yeah.
African generation take over. Oh, Billy.
Yeah. Okay. Oh my stop na yakamti pour lan fayral ba buram ko jéggi ni dodan nekkaguma artiste solo mais maa ngi ci game bi ni gaynde bu surul di dugal ay MC ci biir kilo mburu di doxantu ci koñ bi di wër ay fuural eni si defal nag lu ëpp turu ma këppal yelwaan bi sama boy yi jiro surveillant général la bañee bureau ndekete mariage dafa wax ni goro dum la jaay expérience booy amoon njëgam dañ ma yar booy xeebuma dërëm dañ ma noq booy ba tey may gërëm golden boy ne ma ñuul ni përëm longévité
Ladies and gentlemen, si vos applaudissements, s'il vous plaît, Mr. N.I.X. Nicolas Omar Joe, mon ami, mon frère. Félicitations. Bravo. Here we go. Pour la photo. Félicitations, s'il vous plaît. Nix, il a fait le déplacement. He traveled from Senegal just for us. Please make some noise. Thank you very much, my friend.
Hello, everybody. This is an honor for me because when I was watching the videos before, watching this lady over there, watching Mary and all the person that got the trophy, actually I was asking myself what I'm doing here. I don't feel big enough to hold this, but I'm taking it with a lot of humility, and even I didn't know that because I know Umar from a long time, and I didn't know that you were still like watching my career all these years. So when I got your phone call and you was telling me about all that we accomplished in the music, and that you wanted me to be here, yeah, it was such an honor for me. And yeah, I think I'm just happy to be part of it, and I think it's gonna be like a lesson, and even like I'm gonna leave here with more power, because when I heard your story, I was just like, okay, so everything you've done, it's definitely not enough. So yes, thank you for sharing this story with us, and thanks for thank you, and thank you, Omar. Seriously, I'm humbled.
Monsieur Nix, N.I.X. Nicolas Omar Joe, mon ami. Félicitations. Ok, parfait. Très bien. Bon, il y a encore beaucoup de choses à regarder. Et on va enchaîner. Sous vos applaudissements, monsieur is the real stand-up comedian coming right from downtown Toronto, Mr. Witty. Sous vos applaudissements. Here we go.
Thank you. Sorry, I'm making you wait to eat. That's the worst. I didn't expect it coming here. I thought there'd be a lot more black people. Yeah, okay. Are you really? You're from Senegal, right? Did you leave because they changed the national sport to fighting, or is that true? It's true, right? Yeah, I went from soccer to fighting. It's pretty cool. I've seen it on YouTube. Is there anyone else from Senegal here? Nice. Okay, so I gotta be careful when I go in the parking lot. I grew up with some Nigerian friends. Is there Nigerian people here? I had to pass the okra stew challenge before I could stay over there. They like spicy food. It's very hard. They had a book there for people like me that aren't used to African food. I was born here. There was a chapter in it of describing what happens when you eat Nigerian food, and it was called action shit. Sorry. And it was describing what would happen to you if you were not used to eating Nigerian food after you eat it. And that's what happened. I used to watch a lot of movies they had there. There's a lot of Nigerian movies. I watched $1. There's another one called Dollar Queen, American Dollar, Dollar Bill. There's a lot about dollars. It's good. I fell asleep once during one and I woke up. I don't know I don't know which movie it was, but I just woke up and this wife was just whipping her husband with a belt. Just like, tsh, tsh, and he was like, I'm sorry. And then I just went back to sleep. I don't know if it was a documentary or a movie. I'm not sure. We tried to scare his dad. You can't really scare African parents. Right? Could your kids scare, do you have kids? No. Yeah? Can they scare you? Never, right? Exactly. You don't do it. I didn't know that. We would have sleepovers, right? And his dad would come down to pee in the middle of the night. We'd run, hide in the shower. You know what I mean? He's in the middle of peeing. We'd be like, ah! And he would just be like, go to bed, right? Not even stop peeing. I can't even pee here. Someone walks in the bathroom, I get nervous. I'm like, you know what I mean? We try all the time, right? One time we did it. We're like, ah! He's like, come here, right? He's like, sit down. He's like, let me tell you a story. It's like, when I was a child in Nigeria, I went to the park with my friend, right? I was sitting on a bench and I had my arm around him and a bullet from a gun flew through the air and hit him in the head and he died. There was blood everywhere. And since that day, I've never been scared again. Go to bed. That was it. We just sat there hugging like nothing can get us here if we're still in the shower. Sorry. It was fun though. We'd go out. We did have some white friends for safety. You have to in Canada. It's like a security guard team that you have. When the police come, they're like, excuse me, officer, sir, mister. He's like, okay, fine. But you have to do things sometimes when you have white friends that you don't want to do, like country music night. Thank you. I like how you guys laughed at that. It's scary though. You show up, you're like the only two black people there. You're like, it's music you don't understand. You're like, oh, this is a blood sacrifice. That's why you brought me, right? Yes. I went to LA with my white friends. I'll call them friends at this point. You know what they look like. These people are we went to go cut down an alley for a shortcut, right? Which you don't do when you're traveling and you don't know where you are. We're just like, here, this is perfect. So we go down, and as we're halfway down the alley, my friends see there's a bunch of black people hanging out in the bunch of the alley, and they're like, I'm like, okay, a little bit racist, calm down. You know what I mean? I'm like, well, we got to keep going now. If we turn around and look scared, we'll probably get robbed, so we got to keep going. And then I'm like, I'll lead you guys, you know what I mean? Now I'm the leader of the white people, you know what I mean? The liaison for the alley. I'll bring you to safety. So we're going through, as we get closer, we just realize it's actually just white people hanging out. You couldn't see them, and my friends are like, ready to make friends, and now I'm scared because I'm outnumbered in an alley in Trump's America, you know what I'm saying? I'm not very good at basketball, which kind of sucks when you're a 6'2" black guy, you know what I mean? You gotta be at least okay at basketball. It's fun though, going by basketball courts when white people are playing, because they're like, oh, we want that guy. I'm like, okay, sure. airball again, and they can't kick me off, or it's just racism, you know what I mean? Thank you. Yeah, if you guys don't laugh, this is just slam poetry. See, there you go, you got it. A new neighbor, she has moved in across the street from me with 5 dogs. 5. It's a lot, right? Like, who hurt you that you need the company of 5 dogs and no humans in your basement apartment? Don't like her yet. Yeah, I haven't told you about her yet, okay? They like to bark. I can hear them barking from her basement all the time. Barking, barking. I live across the street. You know what I mean? I could hear them barking through drywall, insulation, brick, Toronto pollution, brick, insulation, drywall. My bedroom when I'm trying to sleep, 6 a.m. I'm a comedian. I don't make a lot of money, but I don't have to be up at 6 a.m. That's the trade. You know what I mean? So, when she brings them up every morning, 6 a.m. for air, opens her door, ties them to the railing in front of her house, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then just goes back inside and lets them bark. And if you want to picture them, they're pugs. I don't know if you know if that means anything to you. I used to like pugs, but now I just want to kick them when I see them on the street in case they're related. You know what I mean? Send it to your family. Tell them 7 a.m. It's too early. So they just bark. I don't know if you know this, but 5 dogs is the exact amount where no dogs need to breathe in between barks. Just like a perfect woof, yip, arf, roof, yip, arf, roof, yip, arf, roof, yip. After an hour and a half of this, you start to go crazy. It's been months now. You start doing crazy things. Like, if I choke this pug, will its eyeballs pop out first, or will its face put up into the normal dog's face? I don't know. These are things you think about when you start to go crazy. That's when I started to think about Disney movies, like Cruella de Vil from 101 Dalmatians. Did you guys see that one? It's about an old retired lady who lived across the street from 101 barking dogs. That's kind of a lot. She got mad, killed a few, made a coat, started a business. That makes sense to me at this point. From someone who lives across 5 barking dogs. Next time you see me, I'm going to have a pug coat. If I collect enough, a pug throne, too. She was an evil woman. She was an entrepreneur, you know what I mean? She saw a problem. She created a solution, turned a profit, like a boss. It's Cruella de Vil. I think I'm getting played off, so you guys can have a good night, guys. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Whitby, good job, my friend. Thank you very much.